Hello everyone, this is a Greyshot 117 to bring you another replay of Steel Division Normandy 44. Probably should play. In this game, it's actually switching from the big, gigantic battles of 10v10s to a very small 1v1. Actually, I found this on, there's actually a whole website dedicated to Steel Division replays, which is really cool. Actually called Steel Division Replays. I'll put in the description below. But I'll be looking out for theirs, including my own. At least until people start sending me their replays for this game. So, you know, I have a mix. Now, as a 1v1 map, this is actually decently large. And again, the whole point of this game is 50% control more of the map. So, the Germans have to push against the Allies, or the Allies pushing against the Germans. Now, for the doctrines, or the battle groups they picked the 6th Airborne, which is actually kind of something kind of cool. So this focuses more on just heavy infantry and air and a little bit of artillery, not so much on tanks. But the Germans also picked something, the 116 Panzer. Now this one actually focuses on armor, but light armor. They really specialize in armor tactics in the beginning, but then they'll slowly ramp up to heavier armor. But they don't get a King Tiger. They'll get a Panther, but they will not get a King. They do have some good AA assortments and some good artillery as well. Though they do have some infantry, their infantry are very expensive compared to these guys over here that actually have some cheaper infantry. But I'm sorry, the Allies, which have cheaper infantry compared to the Germans. Oh my god, I almost got my sides mixed up. I know, it's even red to show me the Germans. I'm terrible. Anyway, so yeah, we can see here their armor, along with some of the half-tracks that they also get, which are really annoying, by the way, having those half-tracks deploy and kind of push you back.
So, you know what's more annoying? Having a plane come down and drop fire in your path. That's slightly more annoying.
Also, my brother's here. 151.
Hey, guys.
So, yeah, he's here and he'll be providing support. So, if I'm looking at this group, and again, this is actually a great way to see like where people should go, there's so many hedge groves that armor will come have a little bit of difficulty, except for like this area where you can kind of swing around. Though they could actually use this to advantage to keep the infantry from really pushing past this point. The city is going to be very difficult if you don't have a lot of infantry focus. We can see here on the Allied side, they have a ton of infantry. Germans, not so much. They have a little bit, but they more rely on those half tracks. So I expect the Allies to push through and take the city. Have a couple guys here just watching their flanks, and then really, really trying to push right here as hard as they can. While the Germans will probably take this area and use this open area next to this. Is this train tracks? Yeah, train tracks. Use this kind of like open territory to their advantage, try to flank the Allies if I had to see it. But we shall see their tactics. Hopefully it goes well for them. But yeah, so the 6th Airborne, luckily again they have an increase in points for later game, and that's for their planes to come in. But we'll see how effectively that lasts, because we can see here not a lot of time. They have to hold for 10 minutes against a lot of very good German units. So we'll see how well that goes. But the Germans, very costly, a lot fewer compared to the Allies, which are a lot more in bulk. Now I think we can kind of click on it, and if I click, there we go, we can kind of see where they're all going in placement, which is really cool. So if I click all there, we can see their placement, which is kind of cool. Nice idea for defensive. Let's check the Germans out if I could. So let's see where they're all going. Yeah, so he's definitely like trying to rush up. He's not going for the city. I think he knows. And actually, good idea with the mortar. Kind of pound here with some smoke. And I'm assuming he's doing that so that way he can't see down range with his armor, and the infantry have time to set up in this destroyed city. But Germans setting up in that city pretty well, though I think, again, the force might be an issue if the Allies can push in and really take that. Overall, veterancy, it's kind of even. They all have some really nice vetted troops. The Germans have probably a slightly better, just like compact, higher veterancy than the Allies. You can see here there's a couple 2s, but they have a lot more 3s. Is that a tank? No, that's a Puma.
That's a Puma currently trying to mate with a tank, and now is like, oh, the building wants more love.
Yeah, it's kind of just doesn't know where it wants to go.
His son's coming over. He's like, Papa, what are you doing? He's like, oh god.
They're just running through the countryside.
Oh my god, look at the smoke. It looks like the mist.
A little bit. Anyway, they deployed smoke, and we can see here, I think he has them hold fire, if I'm right. Because that would be, unless fired upon, I think.
Smart man.
We can see here the unit's not that bad.
Sight lines. Recon.
Yeah, so good recon unit, that's all we can see, which is pretty damn good. Although the smoke's still kind of blocking.
You think that guy would try to push further, though? He's got mechanized.
Yeah. Whatever. Actually, over here, slowly moving up. And we can see here, the Allies are winning. They have more territory, which makes sense. You can see here on the line, he's pushing a little bit here, a little bit mid, but that city is where the Germans really have to push. So let's see what the Germans are bringing up. More infantry. Allies are bringing up an AT gun, which is on standby, I'm assuming, just in case. Really surprised you aren't bringing it up. You're just sitting there, kind of menacingly a little bit, but whatever. If he's just on the road, just waiting. I mean, the battle's that way, dude. Alright, cool. I guess you just want to stand there. So yeah, it looks like the Ally guy's going more defensive. He's not really advancing. He doesn't need to. All of his units, by the way, have AT components with the Gammon bombs. So the Gammon bombs are really good for, like, KOing a lot of units. They have to be within, like, 100 meters, which I just imagine is... You think, like, oh, it should be farther, but then you think about it. They're throwing a Gammon bomb literally 300 feet. MG opening fire, MG42, along with, looks like, the half-tracks. Again, these half-tracks have machine guns on the front of them, which make them really annoying for long-range play. But yeah, and I'll try to zoom in so you guys can kind of see that. There they are. You can see here that MG mount on the top, which I'm surprised there isn't a soldier on it, but whatever. Artillery's coming in, most likely trying to hit that MG. Yep. And actually kind of stopping some of the Panzerschreck groups, which I kind of find weird. You're sending in two guys with, don't get me wrong, it's Panzerschrecks, against multiple guys in buildings. Remember, all these buildings are currently equipped with infantry inside of them, so they will open fire if they try to get close. And it looks like the infantry is doing just that. So anyway, it looks like the infantry trying to push through the forest, overrun that AT gun, maybe try to attack this squad if possible. Half-tracks going in, but I think they're going to be annihilated. Yep. Gammon bombs in effect, blowing it up.
God.
And fire is now commenced. They're owning those guys right there. I think they're surrendering.
Baby.
Oh, yeah, look, they're at that.
Surrendering. Oh, that guy's
They
dead,
surrendered.
and now they disappeared.
Yeah, they surrendered.
Just like in war. If
More
you surrender, you teleport off the battlefield.
More smoke coming in to stop them. That was a great attack by the Allies, just playing very defensive. Germans just trying to pepper them if at all possible. So right now, Germans gaining more territory slowly but surely.
To be fair, the Allies are getting pinned
and now
down.
pushing into the town.
They need some armor. They need some anti-tank.
He's bringing in supplies.
Ooh,
and
look at that flank.
He has a tank gun on standby to block this guy.
Well, look on the flank on the left-hand side. This guy's going after the anti-tank gun.
That's smart. Anti-tank gun opening fire on this has, I think, almost a straight... Nope. No, I think some of the trees are blocking his view. Yep, the trees are blocking his view, so he can't get a target.
Sucks to be him.
Infantry slowly moving up. But looks like the line's enclosing on him.
Oh, what does that mean?
Meaning he's surrounded. He doesn't have a supply line anymore. German forces pushing heavy into the city. Not enough infantry to hold.
He needed more anti-tank.
The leaders at center of town. Germans pushing up on the right flank of the town, going down the town square. Possibly dropping off more infantry en route.
He needs some bazookas.
Those machine guns are just opening fire, just murdering him. He needs a... Oh, shoot. Off-maps coming in. See, that's, again, like I said, this doctrine has a lot of off-map. Oh, look, the Tetrarch. Pretty good weapon, long range, and even though it looks like a tiny, like, piece of crud, it actually is a pretty good main gun. So it's, oh my god, you can literally see the smoke and everything it's going straight down to. That's terrifying, but we can also see if we move up, the artillery that's about to come down on all those poor units, which if one artillery strike just hits here, they're goners. Or... Looks like the artillery was, wait. It's mostly over here. Well, hit this. A little bit more. Nowhere near. And he actually is a fighter, too, which is pretty cool, because he can shoot down enemy aircraft, which is kind of important for the Allies. So, yeah. T-Gaz to move back. Looks like some of their armor is disabled, but... Oh, more off-map coming in. This could be a lot very potent if it hits correctly. We have the bazooka team on standby in the building. Again, they're good, but they have to get close up to these things, and their machine guns would tear them apart in open cover. Tank moving up as well. I don't think they... Okay, so the Puma could... yeah, the Puma could snipe this Tetrarch, but Tetrarch has a better fire, has more explosive rounds, so it's very easy for it to own this thing as well. Infantry, once again, kind of surround enemy territory. Needs to do something. Reinforce it? I don't know. We have a Panzer III moving in. So I'll give you a sight what Panzer III looks like. There you go. Kind of a, again, proto to the Panzer IV, which is more common. A German tank. Fighter on standby, I guess, just waiting for their planes of anything. We can see here the Allied line's still pretty effective. They're still holding it, although we have the Panzerschreck group moving in, which is a big mistake. I don't know why you'd move that in. You need more infantry, anti-infantry. The Panzerschreck group is fine, but as you can see, they're not really equipped to fight, what, 9 men? No, sorry, there's only 5 men in that squad, but yeah. They're not really equipped to fight an anti-infantry squad. Artillery looks like did the trick, annihilated a lot of his armor in the city, and forcing them back. Wow, there's a lot of dead half-tracks. Probably should have saw that, sorry. Anyway, it looks like we have a battle going in. However, with the artillery coming now in on those guys, he's going to have to fall back. There's just not enough. Although he can send the plane in for support, but as you can see, it's out of fuel, so he has to pull his men back. As being pinned, he could easily move up and cause him to surrender. We have more infantry coming up with that half-track, which could lay down some suppressive fire. Although, you know, they could also move this in for some support. Infantry trying to rush in, but yeah, we have also AA guns being placed. Now, these things... Oh boy, I hate these AA guns. I know which one he picked. It's like, oh, they're 2 vet, they're good. No, they suck. They have limited range and they run out of ammo. They run out of ammo so quickly.
Like,
half-track coming in,
like
though, helping the Panzerschreck group survive. Yeah, literally, they just spew their load so quickly and then it's just done. It's just like they have no endurance.
I could make many jokes right now. So many jokes.
I just watched Dragon Ball Z episode Abridged, so yeah, I'm gonna go on that endurance thing. Opening fire, again, enough machine gun fire can cause this to be suppressed. Although, nice shot, at least I think it was a nice shot on this thing. Managed to kill the half-track. Another half-track, though. AT gun hits the tank, the command tank, which loses veterancy for all these guys, which could help. More infantry running up and actually gaining more veterancy, which will allow them to fight a little bit better. If they can kill that MG, if they can, or cause it to stop suppressing, that AT gun could open fire. Let's double check.
Its range, it can't shoot.
Nope, it can't see.
The angle's imperfect.
Yep, it actually, yeah, it has a bad angle on it. So right now, Allies still winning though. They still have more victory points. The Axis need to do something. Maybe a right hook. If they can kind of come through this way with some half-tracks, they could kind of annihilate him because he has a good force over here and a good force in mid. But nothing. That right flank is kind of weak, and you have more than enough forces to take it. Half-track coming in, assuming with more infantry. Yeah, MG's barely alive. AT gun kind of repositioning itself, trying to get a good shot on that half-track. Could now if they can knock out that MG, but it looks like they're going to be unable to. And with that MG can keep suppressing all their forces and has plenty of ammo too. So that's some good range and a nice job. Fire coming in though, burning the MG, and should cause them to suppress the allied infantry to stop being pinned down and actually allow a counterattack. Oh no, the MG just died. Yeah, it died.
Never to be
They
seen
didn't fall
from
back.
Again. Actually, yeah, the Axis don't have that many AA. The air going.
They have a plane. They have a fighter plane. Though they're actually, I think, using this as to like strafe. You can do that.
They don't look. They have no AA. So
but they have a fighter.
One fighter,
which is now approaching.
About to get murdered by that AA.
They do. And look, I'm not saying, but you can see here.
Oh, come on!
This is what I mean.
Oh, that's some cool effects, though.
Yeah. Okay, it caused them to fall back. Congratulations. But look how much ammo it now has. It's like they have to constantly resupply the things, which really sucks. So our half-tracks once again moving up, trying to push them back. He's slowly losing
that city. He needs some more bazooka teams in there.
Yeah, they're pushing in. The Germans are definitely pushing in, but the problem is the fact they have so much. They have so much infantry in those buildings, this half-track can't get close without being annihilated by the AT. More artillery coming in, and actually the Germans doing what I thought they should do. Pushing him back. Fighter coming in, though, causing this guy to get pinned down, which will allow them, yeah, to capture a little bit more territory. So things are going well. Germans getting in a Panzer III on the left. So, yeah, you may be trying to push on the left. Fighter's still there. Could provide some support. Just strafe some units. Cause a little bit of damage. Very nicely done. Yeah, just cause some suppression. Now allow the AT gun to reposition itself and possibly, just maybe, open fire on some of those half-tracks. Well, is it in range? No, it's barely out of range. We can see here that circle is 1,000-meter range, just barely out. I prefer AT guns with the 1,200. Artillery coming in, getting some nice shots on all those half-tracks. Very weak armor, so the artillery can easily take it out. Plus, we have the Tetrarch here, which is pretty much locking down the middle of the street. Yeah, the Panzer III coming in is a big issue because that thing has a very powerful main gun. But overall, they could take back this town square. Tetrarch pulling back could kill the Panzer IV, but most likely, I'm sorry, Panzer III, but most likely the Panzer III has advantage. We are in Phase B, so they do have access to more armor, which is why it's probably getting more and more veteran Panzer III units. Infantry still capturing a decent chunk of territory, which is kind of stupid. I guess it pushes that far, but whatever. I guess there is nothing there stopping him from doing so. Germans, aka Wolf, is trying to push on the left, most likely trying to take out this unit, and if you knock out that AT gun, that would be a big upset for the Allies. Allies doubling down in mid, however, so we'll see how well that goes. More infantry coming in. Infantry, though, using smoke. Maybe try to get close to that Panzer IV, throw a Gammon Bomb. We still have a Gammon Bomb active, so that's a possibility.
Gammon Bomb.
And also, don't forget about the Tetrarch. Tetrarch does have... Wow. Yep, there he goes. Gammon Bomb used. So, don't forget about the Tetrarch. The Tetrarch has a gun that can penetrate its front armor, but it's showing its side right now. We look at the Panzer III. It's actually showing its side armor down the street. It's not perfect, but it's showing its side. So, if that tank were to open fire...
slightly, though.
That's true, but this thing is showing its front, which is the 3. But for a better shot...
It's whoever can fire first.
Yeah, the smoke is about to clear. Oh, it's clearing!
Zoom in, zoom in. Dun, 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 dun.
Oh, now it's aiming its front. Who fires first?
Oh, he
missed!
Direct hit. Poor Tetrarch. Oh!
Nice flank. Kill the Puma. Again, it looks like, yeah, he took a little, like, dusting of a shot. But Panzer III could own this area if the infantry aren't careful.
What about the other side?
Oh, here we go. Cromwell's moving up, along with some basic infantry. So Cromwell, good armor, and very good guns. So this thing could effectively neutralize the Axis counterattack on this right-hand side. We can, again, if you're wondering why, we look on this right-hand flank, they have no armor. They have nothing. They do have a Panzerwerfer, which is fine, but the Mosquito could take it out. And yes, this is a doctrine that I typically use, so that's why I kind of know what he's kind of going down. But anyway, Cromwell, very effective, could easily kind of counterattack this, especially long range if they use the infantry, and they should be able to push back that right flank. Middle is worrisome. They need more infantry or armor, and I think another tank would be good. Now let's see, they have a Dingo. What the hell? It's a command unit, command unit of sorts with an AT gun. So I'm assuming they're gonna use this thing. Look at this tiny little, look at this thing. It looks like a pipsqueak. But whatever, I can't yell it too much. Oh, fighter! Going in on the other fighter! They have AA though.
No, he's still going.
And can he get a shot off? Nope, he escaped.
Did he?
Yeah, he escaped through the side. Though we have a mobile wagon, which is like a pipsqueak Oswind. But whatever, it'll deal. It'll do what it has to. Oh, infantry pushing back again, using those Gammon bombs. Pushing back the infantry. Oh, AT gun lining up straight down center. Opening fire at that tank. Gets a great shot. Again, 16 armor. And for those who don't know, this thing has a 1,200 meter range. So this thing will literally probably take out anything that comes downtown square. And doing a very smart thing, hiding it in the forest. So that way, of course, they can't see it and it can hide itself. Mosquito coming in. Most likely trying to target some of this infantry. And actually, no, it's targeting the Panzerwerfer. Interesting idea. Oh, no, it's not just targeting the Panzerwerfer, it's hitting the street, so they can't bring up reinforcements. Very smart idea. So the reinforcements are cut off. The AT gun still has range within the city, so that's pretty good. Left-hand side, very nicely done. And I think, I'm gonna call it, I think Tiga has won. I think Tiga has managed to successfully push back the Germans in most sectors, hold off against counterattacks, and survive the heavier armor. Don't get me wrong, and I think actually Wolf kind of is in a bad situation because while he had the early game resource advantage, not late game, I think he'll be able to call in more airplanes. And we can see here with the Typhoon coming in, things are not looking good for the Germans. Nice shot knocking out with the tank, that half-track. And, yeah. Oh, the fire's still there, which is going to stop his AT gun from moving up, and I think, yeah, he saw that, so he has to go around, because otherwise he'll start taking damage from the fire. Managed to get a nice shot. I think the AT gun managed to get a clean shot through the forest and hit that Panzerwerfer while it was escaping, and Wolf McGraven surrenders, allowing Tiga the victory. That was a really good game. I enjoyed that.
It was quick. It was quick too.
Yeah, but it's a 1v1 game. but there's still lots of action.
2v2. I thought it was 2v2.
It's a 1v1.
Oh.
Wow, you're an idiot. Anyway,
Ta-da!
but we can see here that just Tiga, which inflicted heavy losses on Wolf. Wolf didn't, he gained territory, but he lost so many units, and he just wasn't able to really keep it up.
You could say he lost a lot of momentum.
Yeah, I'm just looking at okay, so losses very small. The Panzer III was probably the biggest thing, is the big push in mid. But just look at kills. So that infantry in center killed a lot of stuff, and the naval artillery not as much as you think. AT gun got some really nice kills.
That's
yeah, that's a big thing as well. AT gun managed to get a lot of nice hits. Cromwell got a nice shot off. Yeah, it's just overall very nicely done. So yeah, Tiga, good game. Anyways, guys, I want to thank you all for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. And before I go, I want to thank my Patreon supporters like Sean, Leo, Tim, and Hercules. Thank you so much for your awesome support. This has been Greyshot17, and unfortunately Greyshot151, and we'll see you all next time.